Where have you gotten your information about blind people? Was it through the media? Was it from a friend? Was it from your parents? Or did you eventually go up there and ask a blind person? And if you didn't, it's time to put all the misinformation that you have gathered to bed. And it's time to listen to this message that is true and honest, coming from me, someone that has gone through it all. So the first thing that I'd like you to know is that blind people don't want your pity. They don't want you to say I'm sorry. They don't want you to fix them. And you may feel like you need to fix them because you're afraid of you yourself being blind, and that is your own fears, that is your own insecurity, and that is something that you've never gone before. But for someone that has been born blind, or maybe has accepted that they're blind, they're okay with it. They're just trying to get through life. They're just trying to do the things they do every single day. And when you remind them you feel sorry for them, or that they can't do it, or that they're blind, they may feel unworthy. They may feel angry at you. They may feel upset at you. They may feel sad because some people may be in the process of accepting themselves. And that is something that you shouldn't remind them at that moment in time. I'd like to be honest and tell you that yes, I get mad sometimes when you remind me, because that is not what I'm thinking every single day. I am not punishing myself because I was born this way. That's who I am, and I have accepted that part of me. So next time you feel like you need to fix someone, you feel sorry for them, just keep it to yourself, because that's how you feel about yourself. And when you approach us, have an honest conversation with us. Don't try and delete certain words from your vocabulary. Don't delete see, watch, look. It's okay to use those words. I use those words. I can't even say here in a sentence, only like listen to this song or listen to this. I can't even say listen to this show. It's so weird for me. Just say what you want to say. Be natural. Be you. Don't talk loud, don't talk slow, don't talk soft. Talk how you normally talk. We don't want to wear glasses all the time just because we're blind. We might wear like Gucci glasses, Calvin Klein, everything that we love because we like glasses. And when you see a blind person that's put together, that is wearing a well coordinated outfit, and you're like, oh my god, someone must have picked that for them. They don't know how to do that on their own. I've gotten that question, how do blind people pick their outfits? We know how to match our outfits. We like to express ourselves through clothes as well. There's a lot of misinformation about we wear only black, we wear only one color, we have to look all raggedy and our hair all messed up and our face all dirty, and like because we don't know how we look like, but we have to look put together because that's how society wants everyone to look. That is how we can get a job. And that's another thing, blind people work in different places. We're able to work in different office jobs, corporations, nonprofit organizations, as teachers. I've met many blind teachers, many blind lawyers, blind actors. Some blind people want to be musicians, some blind people want to be writers, some blind people want to do what you want to do. There's no limit to how we want to express ourselves. The only limit that is put on us is the world, and how we are not accepted in certain jobs and that we have to work harder to adapt to the workplace. It's hard sometimes because the world doesn't understand this. The world doesn't give us a chance because nothing is accessible. The world is literally excluding us from everything because the world wasn't built for us or for anybody with a disability in mind. Because they just think that the supreme human is a human that has eyes, ears, nose, mouth, that can walk, that can talk, but that's not true. The world should be for everyone, including people that are different, because this is all our home. Why can't architects have that in mind, that there's different people and different people are going to require different needs, and that when you build something, it should be built to accommodate us all. We can't walk into different cities or towns with amazing transportation. We always have to have that in mind. We can't cross any single street because there's many streets that don't have that tactile crosswalk. I mean, we don't need it, but it would be beneficial. Restaurants with braille menus, restaurants that accommodate people that are hard of hearing or need an aid to be able to communicate with other people. We don't always want people communicating for us. We want to be independent. We don't want to depend on you. We don't want to feel like we can't do it ourselves. Yes, we love help. I know it's needed. Help is always welcomed when we want it. But then the world just needs to accept no matter what. There's always going to be different people with different disabilities. And I wouldn't consider them disabilities because they're just differences. They're just ways that we have to do things in a different way. We have to get around in a different way. We have to communicate in a different way. Just because you are not familiar with it, just because you were raised that it was not normal, it doesn't mean that we can normalize it. We can normalize everything, and everything doesn't have to be awkward and doesn't have to be something that to be afraid of or fear. Yes, we're afraid of change. Yes, we're afraid of different people, but that has to go. That's part of the old. Come on. I mean, do you want every continent, every country, every city, every town to be the same? Do you want the same weather all over the world? Do you want it to be sunny all over the world? No, you love different seasons. You have a favorite season. You have a favorite continent. You have a favorite country. And you don't think about, oh my god, it's so different over there. I don't want to go there. It's kind of scary. I'm going to this place. And maybe you are afraid of some countries, but you love to be a tourist. You love to see new things. You love to see new monuments. You love to see new beaches, new people, new food. It's just fun and it's something everyone's curious about. You want to see the whole planet for the beauty that it has. Same with people. You have to accept that people are different and they have something to share and they have something to teach. And it only because they're different doesn't mean that they should be excluded for every single little thing. We love to travel and visit new things and look at new monuments. Yeah, we don't need sight to do all that stuff. We could use our other senses that are there. Our hearing, our feel, our touch, and our taste are amazing. And believe it or not, we can actually text and we can communicate with you through that form. Yes, we can use TikTok, Facebook, Instagram because of voiceover. And believe it or not, many blind people can have eye contact with you and have genuine conversations. But how? How can they have eye contact, you may ask? Well, some people turned blind when they were older and they know how to make eye contact because of how where your voice is coming from. And those who can't make eye contact with you is because we have something else going on. Something called nystagmus where we can control the nerves of our eyes. Yes, it may look weird to you and it may bother you because you love the eye contact, but I could assure you that we are paying full attention to you and what you're saying, and people with disabilities want the same thing that you want. We want to be loved. We want a career. We want children. We want to be happy. We want to be accepted. We want to be included and we want to be heard and acknowledged, and we want you to understand that we are not contagious and you shouldn't be afraid of people that are different from you. Only because that someone has a cane or a guide dog doesn't mean you should feel afraid, doesn't mean that you shouldn't approach them, doesn't mean that you should not allow them to be inside your restaurant or think that the cane is a weapon. It's a part of a tool, it's a part of us, it's something that we use. You shouldn't make someone feel bad for having that tool, that amazing dog, or anything that is necessary for someone to get around. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time.